again to the Slow Burn Pro Wrestling Podcast, where all professional wrestling storylines live. As always, I am your host, Matt Brandon, bringing you all professional wrestling's news, notes, innuendos, and whatever else you can come up with in this wonderful world that we call pro wrestling. Folks, happy Monday, or let's just call it what it is. It's Monday, right? So we can call it a happy Monday. You can do whatever, but it's Monday. So whatever. Hope everybody's enjoyed their back to work week or back to school week for some people I know down in the South. I know we're getting close. People up here in the Midwest, we're getting close. I'm a little bit excited, but ready to start something new. But hey, it's Monday, but I'm still coming down from night 2 of Sunday, and that's SummerSlam night 2. Oh my God, what an amazing show. Awesome. I'm going to say this, all right? Number one, MetLife Stadium showed up. Number two, anyone that said that SummerSlam being a 2-night event would not work, I can't speak of what's going to happen in the future, but the first one, it fucking worked, guys. This was spot on. The whole damn thing was great. What did I put here? Welcome. What a fantastic weekend. It worked. You know, and I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those people that might have been just a little bit on the fence because of the fact that, WrestleMania hasn't been great both nights in the last couple years. It just is what it is. It had some hits and it had some misses. Guys, this year's SummerSlam had very few misses, if any. I mean, you got to be really nitpicking to come through and say exactly what happened. And some of the misses actually come down to the fact that people were so exhausted because, well, the matches in front were so damn good. That's just what it comes down to. So I thought that SummerSlam was an absolute hit. Big up to East Rutherford, New Jersey, MetLife Stadium, home of the Jets, Jets, and the New York Football Giants. That's my Chris Berman. That's about the best I could do. But man, oh man, it was excellent. Night 2 was excellent. What did I said yesterday to end night 1? I just said 53,000 standing strong, hell of a show. We finished with a B+ last night. I mean, on night 1. Night 2, we went over that, guys. We went to an A- for night 2. It was absolutely great. The whole thing worked. And this time we had over 60,000 people packed into MetLife Stadium. Now, I saw a tribalist douchebag earlier today on the Facebook machine that posted that, how do you put it? Like, there was a picture of the empty seats, which they weren't. They were actually tarped off, or however. Those weren't even usable seats for this show. But, like, bitching about that, like, hey, WWE can't even fill their stadiums, you know. It filled every bit of what needed to be filled for a stadium show, guys. And I'm sorry, if you're a tribalist douchebag that is literally trying to chirp at 113,000 in 2 days, 53,000 plus one day, 60,000 plus the next, like, you're chirping about that, I would just maybe sit down and watch and enjoy. All right. That's all I can say, because there's literally nothing you can say that's going to come out with this show not being a success, because it was an absolute success. I'm sure the money numbers will all come in if they're not already, but I just thought it was good. I just thought it was so damn good, so refreshing. You know, it wasn't long ago, just a few weeks ago, well, about a month ago or so, and we had AEW All In. And I said that I was all about it, man. I was so excited. I'm still coming down from that show. It was so damn good. SummerSlam Night 2 was there as well. Is it on that level of wrestling? I don't know. It's there. Is it on that level of storytelling? I think both of them are there. I just, again, we don't do the comparisons in the slow burn. We just sit back and enjoy wrestling. And I thought SummerSlam Night 2 will definitely have a shot as far as show of the year that we have rolling on right now. Obviously, you guys, I've been very clear that AEW All In has been my show of the year of 25 so far. We'll see what happens. All right, I got to let this resonate a little bit. I got to sit back and think on it and read on it a little bit more. But, guys, we opened up the night with what I was ready for already to be the match of the weekend. I was very open with the fact that I wanted this match to be the main event, but I thought it should be the main event of night 1. Now, with how they ended up doing the cards, that was before I knew any of the cards whatsoever. But now how they ended up doing the cards ended up being great. Like, it really did. I couldn't have done it any better myself, Triple H. But I thought that Naomi going over against Rhea Ripley, going over against Io Sky, and the triple threat was it was what we needed. I almost think it turned out to be such a better positioning for this match because night one was hot, and night one came off of such a huge moment with Seth Rollins cashing in Money in the Bank and him taking home the title from Punk. Like, that's huge. So, excuse me. What you'd have to figure is the next night, the crowd might be a little meh coming into it because it was such a high to end night one. How do you get them going? You throw in an excellent damn match. Guys, these three women, unfreaking real. You might not like all that happened. You might not like the outcome. I've seen people arguing about the outcome. The outcome was perfect. The outcome was what it was supposed to be. So, just absolutely great. The whole match was great. Naomi's entrance, by the way, was awesome. If you didn't get to see it yet, her father, who I don't remember, I just drew an absolute blank. I had it in my head to say the name of the band that he played with. They said he opened for Kool and the Gang, and like definitely. Dude is a high level guitarist, you can tell. But he gets to bring up Naomi down the aisle. I mean, he's playing his guitar. Naomi gets the first special entrance of the weekend, and I just loved it. I love as a father, right? A guy that's so freaking proud of my kids. I'm sure that you guys can relate to that, and then you girl dads out there should definitely be able to relate to that. What a proud moment, playing his daughter down, and then at the end of it, she ends up going over, man. Naomi shined in this match, by the way. I thought, man, I got the guns. Excuse me. I thought that Naomi was outstanding in this match. I really did. There was very few misses for her, but I wanted to say this. She didn't make this match. This was a 3-woman collective that made this match work, and their spots were all freaking great. What I'm really curious about now is where the women's storylines go from here, and I don't say that in a negative in any way. I mentioned this yesterday, or it might have been on Friday, but we're getting pretty much a reset now. Post SummerSlam, we should get some new stories. We'll get some new feuds moving on. We might get some new people, maybe some comebacks. You know what I mean? You got it. But the whole thing of it is like this women's division is so top loaded right now. It could be really interesting to see the direction that we go. We know that we're getting Stephanie Baker. Man, Stephanie Baker is definitely going to be taking on Naomi. She won that right to be the number one contender, but is that going on a Clash in Paris, right? So that's definitely on the horizon. But guys, Rhea's not going to go out of this title picture anytime soon. All right, and to be honest with you, neither should Io Sky. I think that maybe we should do like a tournament here. I would love to see a women's tournament and like make it similar to like the G1 Climax. Have a couple pods, a couple brackets, and you come out of those. I think it could be really, really good. I really do. The direction they decide, I'm saying this of my own opinion. The direction they'll decide to go, I have no idea. But what I can tell you is, whatever direction that's going to be, it's going to be with Naomi on top. All right. And that's exactly where she should have been. Guys, Naomi has reinvented herself, the best work of her career. And it didn't like her career was anything to freaking laugh at already. I mean, just unreal. Okay. I was very surprised with match 2 of the night as we got the tag team champion TLC tables, ladders, and chairs match. Number 1, before we get going, before this all started, it was really awesome to see the greatest tag team to ever live, the Dudley Boys, and their greatest rival. Some consider them the greatest tag team to ever live. The Hardys, both of them, they are the originators of the TLC match, the tables, ladders, and chairs, along with obviously Edge and Christian. Awesome to see the Hardys there. Awesome to see the Hardys there. And anytime I get to see the Dudley Boys, you guys know Slow Burn has been very, very open about the fact that the Dudley Boys, in my personal opinion, greatest tag team to ever live. A lot of people think the Road Warriors. That's a great argument, right? It's a great argument, but it's the Dudley Boys. So, the Wyatts end up winning this match. If you don't know who all was in this match, there were 6 teams. You had the Wyatt 6. The representatives were Joe Gacy. Oh my God, Joe Gacy's good. And Dexter Loomis. Nothing to freaking laugh at there either. But the Wyatts go over. Andrade and Ray Phoenix. Once again, they looked fantastic. The chaos everywhere was just really hard to zero in on certain people, but they did such a good job with the camera work that I thought this match flowed really good. So you had Andrade, Ray Phoenix, DIY. Man, oh, they were great. DIY. Johnny Gargano in a ladder match is special, folks. You had the Motor City Machine Guns always doing their tandem stuff, looking great. You have the Street Profits, and then you had Fraxium, who I thought their gear was awesome last night. But this whole thing went back and forth. Matter of fact, going into this, and I wanted Andrade and Ray Phoenix to win this match. I wanted to will it into fruition. It didn't happen. It makes sense that the Wyatts win this match, especially the way things got going. I mean, when this all started off, every team in there attacked Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy, taking the Wyatts out of the equation. That made things look really, really interesting. It made the Wyatts look very strong, and it kind of gave a little bit of lure to the fact that this is why these guys are the tag team champions right now. And I thought that that was a really good, well done shot. Everybody in this match got spots. Everybody in this match, because I mean that's what you're going to get out of a tables, ladders, and chairs match. I hated that Nathan Frazier couldn't complete the spear off of Tommaso Ciampa while he was hanging from the belt apparatus or whatever the hell it is. So I would have liked to. I always like to see that spear off the ladder. That's so damn fun, man. No one does it better than Edge, ever. All right. The crowd to me at the beginning of this match was a little bit down. They had just came off of a hot women's match, so they were a little bit down. But once the spots really started to heat up, and like I said, everybody had their great spots. But once the spots started to heat up, crowd really heated up as well. Okay, lots and lots of huge bumps in this. Loved the Tommaso Ciampa Johnny Gargano bump off the ladders through the double tables on the ground. Johnny Gargano's leap from those ladders, man, that was impressive. But to me, the bump of the night, Andrade too, man, he takes bumps. But the bump of the night was Candice LeRae. I love the fact that she comes down. Looking to climb the ladder, and Gargano's trying to hold people off. It's like, I get it. You know, that's his wife, by the way, in real life. And then Candace ends up taking the biggest bump of the night. Is she's on one of the tall ladders. It gets pushed over. She's going on the outside where she lands on a ladder that has been made into a bridge from the ring to the announce desk. So she took that hard, man. She landed straight on her knee and shin. Ladder breaks. Ladder looked a little gimmicked. I don't give a damn. That's a bump and a half. Well freaking done. My wife said that's a Chelsea Green style bump. I thought that was pretty awesome. So we should find a way to get her back involved. And no matter who is in a ladder match, where it needs to be a Chelsea Green appearance, regardless. But at the end of this, the Wyatts go over. And, you know, thinking back on it, I think that's the right move. I really do. I also like the fact that the Wyatts really played with those heel tendencies again. They were much more over as heels here than what they were before. They were getting booed. Eric Rowan even got booed. I thought that was the first time that that's happened since this whole Wyatt Six has been in the business, you know? So, the whole match was good. Was it the greatest TLC match I've ever seen? No, it wasn't, you know, because the original is always the greatest. Um, However, with that said, to have so many people involved, there were 12 people involved in this match. So that gives you a lot of opportunity for a lot of stuff to go on. And sometimes that can get really convoluted. I thought that this whole thing stayed fluid. I thought it stayed smooth. And everybody from beginning to end, to me, were fantastic. If I had to give an all-star spot to anyone here, it would be Joe Gacy. All right, I love the work Joe Gacy's doing right now, man. He's got some Mick Foley in him. Not just with the way he's not afraid to take a bump, but with the way he presents himself, the way that he reacts to bumps, the way that he sells facial reactions. Like, I don't know, and that may be the ultimate compliment. There's only a few that can truly do that style to godlike level, like Mick. We'll see. There's a lot of time left with Joe Gacy, but that's the comparison I keep getting there, like a mankind Mick Foley. I don't know. It's just that's me personally. All right. That got us to the women's intercontinental belt. I'm going to go through this one pretty quick because if I had to say this was a no disqualification match, Becky Lynch goes over here over Lyra Valkyria. if I had to say one match had me down and like I was kind of uninterested in it, it was this one until Bailey showed up. Once Bailey made her presence felt, I think things got a little good. But I do want to say I thought Lyra performed excellent, especially after she got zip tied. Becky zip tied her wrists together. Even though you could tell they weren't completely down tight, at one point they even fell out, and she very wisely, beyond her years, works her way back in. Like I thought that Lyra was good. I don't know, man. There was something about Becky in this match that just seemed a little off to me. But then later on in the night at the freaking press conference, it was as good of this heel Becky Lynch as I've seen. I loved her going off on Big E. I thought it was good, but the match itself, we'll see what happens. Um, I'm interested to see what happens with Bailey here, because Bailey was really kind of tearing at her emotions. Becky kept telling her, hit her, take Lyra out, end this problem for both of us. We can do great things. And Bailey was thinking, like you saw the mind churning there, right? She ends up taking the high road, wants to take out Becky. That's great. But at the end of this match, how does it end? It's Lyra getting hit by Bailey. Bailey's coming in to hit Becky to end this thing. She's got her hand wrapped in the chain, and then she hits Lyra. Lyra goes down. 1, 2, 3. This thing's over after a manhandle slam. So this isn't over with Bailey and Lyra, and I think that might be a decent direction as long as it's not for this belt anymore. All right, we need somebody else here challenging Becky Lynch for this belt. All right, lots and lots of women out there that can make this happen. The women's roster's loaded, guys. Let's see what we can do with it here. I'm not even throwing names out there yet. All right, but we can make this happen, but it can't be Becky, Lyra, and Bailey anymore. Those three together, we got to stop. It's time to reset, okay? The cage match, Solo and Jacob Fatu, it was good, man. It was really good. My first note that I have here is Solo so damn underrated. Solo so underrated. He has gotten so much better. I read somebody ripping him a new one online this morning, one of the IWC Internet Wrestling Community douches. Guys, Solo is legit, man. There's nothing that he can't do. He takes the heavy bumps. He can dish out the heavy bumps. He's strong. He can also pull off the chicken shit heel look. His facial reaction. This sarcastic Solo is so much fun to watch, guys. So I think we should really sit back and enjoy it rather than keep trying to come up with ways that it sucks. All right. And remember, this isn't the bloodline. This is MFT. This is my family tree, right? Motherfucking Tongans. This is different. Let it go. Let it develop. And folks, we're not done with this story yet. Jacob is not done. He wants that belt back. He keeps feeling cheated because, well, he keeps getting cheated. I thought Big Jim coming down to try to make the save was good. He looked strong early, and then it was just like, oh, here's a big boot from Tala Tonga, and now you're dead. That was the only issue I had with this match. Is I thought Tala looked great. I thought Big Jim came off there with Tala looking weak. And maybe that's because I remember him so much as Hikuleu in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But guys, I'm telling you what, man, he is looking like a monster, meaning Tala Tonga. The way they're presenting him right now, spot on. Down the road, we're going to get Tala versus Jacob Fatu. I don't know if it's this week. I don't know if it's next week. I don't know if it's in 3 months. But when we get Tala Tonga, Jacob Fatu, it is going to be outstanding, because I'm telling you, the way they're presenting Tala here it's good. It's otherworldly. Very similar to the Unstoppable Force, the way Jacob Fatu was presented when he first made his way onto WWE television. All right. There was a post-match beatdown. And then the cage kind of gets shut down again, and JC Mateo and Tongaloa, who, by the way, Tongaloa is ripped up. This is the best shape he's been in his entire freaking career. All right. So a little shout out to the guy that doesn't get many shout outs, in my opinion. So, but Jacob just wears these two out, man. As Tala and Solo are on the outside of the cage, kind of watching it all unfold. So this story's going to get better. Big Jim's going to get more of a presence into this story, and wouldn't be surprised if maybe we saw another Samoan or two make their way. We shall see, but I know that there's a couple more on the way. So I don't know. My fingers are crossed. I think that this could get really good. I do. I think it could get great. And I make no bones about the fact that anytime I get to see Jacob Fatu wrestle, I'm a happy camper. All right. That takes us to the IC match, guys. I was so looking forward to this match. Damn, I was looking forward to this match. And it did not disappoint. Dominic Mysterio over AJ Styles. Now, I made it very clear yesterday. I thought AJ would win this match. I wanted Dominic Mysterio to win this match. I'm a Dirty Dom guy. I think he's the best thing going in wrestling right now on the men's side. I'm so high on Dominic Mysterio. Didn't disappoint in any way. By the way, lots and lots of Eddie Guerrero stuff here. All right, lots and lots of Eddie Guerrero homage, we'll say. Dom in general is always paying homage to Eddie Guerrero, but lying, cheat, and steal. I even got the Dom shirt instead. The old you guys saw this probably last week. The old Eddie shirt that said Latino Heat. Well, Dom's is Latino Cheat. Absolutely awesome. But AJ lends into the old Eddie lure as well, as coming out in a lowrider. He's got his kid with him. I love that Dom made fun of his kid, referred to him as Little Dominic Mysterio, because we remember Dom coming out with the lowrider stuff too, and the bleach blonde hair. Long time ago. But the way this match unfolded, man, this, once again, storytelling 101. This is how this is done, guys. The fact that Dom does it Eddie style. We had the moment in the ring with the fake chair shots where Dom throws the chair or hits the chair on the ground, throws it to AJ, then flops. Then AJ does the exact same thing, wraps the chair around his neck, then flops. Like, that is Eddie Guerrero. And guys, Eddie, you guys know Eddie's top 10 for me, might even be top 5. So anytime I get to see a little homage to Latino Heat, I'm good with it, okay? I got news for you folks. Dom is over. If you don't like Dom, I'm sorry, he's over. If you would have watched the press conference afterwards, you saw how over he is. We're getting dirty Dom, dirty Dom. I love this shit, guys. The other thing on this is AJ in the post-match stuff really talked Dom up, and not without like talking him up and saying, "Oh, he's the greatest of all time." No, he said he got one over on me, because I don't know if you guys saw how it ended. Dom slyly unzips his shoe, knowing that AJ's gonna go for another calf crusher. Dom slips out of his shoe. Ref ends up taking a little bump. Dom swings it like a damn baseball bat, smokes AJ in the face with the shoe print still left on his head, by the way. And then Dom in with the frog splash and the 1, 2, 3, or should I say uno, dos, tres. Awesome. Guys, that's Eddie Guerrero, guys. This is so great. All right. Match of the year, folks. Cody versus Cena. Match of the year. I can't even tell you how amazing this was. This was old school wrestling. Everything happened here. There was violence. There was weapons. There was catch wrestling. There was shoot wrestling. There was, everything you could possibly want. You guys know in the past, I balked at the fact that people take finishers and kick out of them. When it's done like this, it's done perfectly, because every one of those finishers had more to it. Every one of those finishers told more to the story. We're scratching and clawing everything we can win. Both of these guys, Cena coming back as Cena. I don't like that. I want heel Cena back. But right off the open, the intro, the Tron hits, the Cena stuff is done. Talking to Stu, goes for his run. I'm like a poet there. It was great, man. It was so great. And what did I put here? I put Cena stayed true. Kinda. So did Cody. Kinda. Unreal. The whole thing. I can't, words can't even say this is the way it's supposed to be done, guys. One of the matches, this is one of the best SummerSlam matches I've ever seen. This match was special. I've watched it again. I just think that It's unbelievable here. Absolute masterpiece of a match. The way they back and forth this whole time, the way the crowd was split, the way the crowd changed throughout. We're starting off pro Cody, we're pro Cena. Cody gets booed, then Cena gets booed. Cena sucks. Let's go. I mean, it had everything, man. It had so much emotion. You can tell. I got chills talking about it. I think that if you like professional wrestling and you didn't see that match, that's your freaking fault because it was undamn real. I mean, match of the year candidate without a doubt. Um, I would put that. You guys know we talk about the special wrestling that I saw at AEW All In. This match would have fit right in, and I know we don't always get that style of match with WWE, but this was it, man. Story, physicality, it had everything we wanted, and Cody QB1 getting it done again, but it wasn't over because Cena's left in the ring. Cody left him to his own thing, letting him get the crowd going. And it was such a class move. Both these guys, class moves, hug it out, you know what I mean? And then the music hits. Boom. The Beast Incarnate, baby. Suplex City. F5. Lesnar back in the house. I don't care. I know a lot of people are giving this grief online. You trolls are just looking for something to bitch about. Leave my wrestling alone. All right. I love Brock Lesnar. My son's name is Brock. Not after Brock Lesnar. It's after Lou Brock. But still, it makes me think. So, guys, man, Lesnar's back. We're going to get Lesnar Cena again. Oh, my God. It's like 2005. I'm so happy. I'm so freaking happy. So, this show, we scored it an A-. It was so damn good. I don't know what else I could say about it to let you know. All right, let's get it to our week in review. We're running out of time here, guys. Week in review. Match of the week. Match of the week was Cody over Cena. All right, last night, night 2 of SummerSlam. Okay, my runner-up was Punk over Gunther. Guys, this is a WWE heavy week in review this week, okay? But Punk over Gunther was my runner-up. Promo of the week. I gave it to CM Punk on Raw. All right, the way he torched Gunther on Raw. I thought it was fantastic. Followed closely by the Cena Cody promo where they kind of figured some things out on SmackDown, but Punk was my promo of the week. All right. Moment of the week. There were 2 that really stuck out, but Brock Lesnar returning is going to be it for me. It was followed by Seth cashing in Money in the Bank. I can't believe that's not number 1. If it not for Lesnar's return, Seth obviously all day is there. And then our show of the week this week, guys, night 2 of SummerSlam. All right. Runner-up was night 1 of SummerSlam because SummerSlam was that damn good this year. I mean, unreal. Now, we're going to get some more 2-night shit coming up, right? We're going to get our 2-night Royal Rumble in the future. And I guarantee it, down the road, we're going to get 2-night Survivor Series 2. And I'm fine with that. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going, okay? Once again, our week in review, match of the week, Cody over Cena, followed by Punk and Gunther. Promo of the week is Punk torching Gunther on Monday Night Raw with Cena and Cody on SmackDown as a runner-up. Moment of the week, Brock Lesnar returning with Seth cashing in the Money in the Bank to beat CM Punk as our runner-up. And then our show of the week this week, SummerSlam Night 2, runner-up SummerSlam Night 1. All right, guys, Raw tonight. I normally don't do a Monday show where this is special coming off of SummerSlam. So Raw tonight, we know there's only been one match right now. As of this time, as of slow burn release, only match that's been told to us is Sheamus versus Rusev. That rubber match, we know what they're going to do. They're going to beat the hell out of each other. It's going to be super fun to watch. We know we're going to get some Cody probably, right? That's the way it is. We know, probably. Cena, maybe. We'll see. I'm not looking for Cena, but that may surprise me. I'm looking for Brock Lesnar to make an appearance tonight, though. So we shall see. And I guarantee you we're going to hear from CM Punk. But the biggest presentation tonight will be Seth Rollins, the new World Heavyweight Champion, coming down with his future crew of Bronson Reed, Braun Breaker, and the Oracle, Paul Heyman. So Monday Night Raw, 7 o'clock Central, 8 o'clock Eastern. It's going to be a banger of a show. Guys, I will be back tomorrow with the Slow Burn, back on our regularly scheduled Tuesday appointment where I'll recap Raw and I will preview NXT, which is coming up the following day, right? And guys, if you haven't watched SummerSlam, you have time. Get some of it in before Raw. If nothing else, get that damn Cody Cena match in before Raw tonight. But regardless, tune into the Slow Burn, because we're going to have all of that news for you guys. And I appreciate all of you guys joining us. I appreciate all that you do for us. Like, share, subscribe, follow, do everything you can, because everything you do helps us here at the Slow Burn. And by us, I mean me. So thanks, guys. I appreciate it, all of it. And thanks for joining us here on the Slow Burn Pro Wrestling Podcast, where all professional wrestling storylines live. And folks, remember, in this world, we're wrestling everything. Stay on top. Thanks for joining us on the Slow Burn.